Sitting at the mayor's side in a place usually reserved for the village attorneys, two unfamiliar faces.
In the August 5th Village of Dolton board meeting, two unfamiliar faces sat next to Super Mayor Tiffany, and a lot of people were wondering who they were. The board members were not aware who they were either.
I didn't know them. A lot of my board members, they didn't know them either.
According to Fox 32 News, the two men are federal criminal defense attorneys. And let's just say one of them doesn't have a great reputation. And this story deserves to be written and told. Welcome to Crime She Wrote. As we discussed in previous videos, some of the staff members that were in support of Tiffany have now turned against her. For example, Keith Freeman, who she fired from both the village of Dolton and Thornton Township, who is reported to now be a whistleblower for the FBI. And let's not forget Carmen Carlisle, who is allegedly a family member of hers, who is currently a Thornton Township trustee, who has recently publicly apologized for her unscrupulous behavior towards the Dolton residents in support of Tiffany. If you haven't seen those videos, the link will be in the description box below. So without further ado, let's check out the findings from Fox 32 News about the two federal defense attorneys that Miss Tiff hired to attend the Dolton board meeting with her. And after the video, you have to stay tuned because I have also uncovered some very interesting information about her attorney that you don't want to miss. Check this out.
Okay, you out of order. You need to remove her. Remove her.
Another wild night at the Dolton Village Board, with a handful of residents being ejected for shouting at the mayor, who also continues to do battle with the majority of the village trustees.
People that say things about me, I want you to prove it. Because, like I said, fact versus fiction. So you got us into this mess, and now we're trying to salvage what we can to get out.
Sitting at the mayor's side in a place usually reserved for the village attorneys, two unfamiliar faces. This is Chicago federal criminal defense attorney Beau Brindley, along with his law partner Ed McDavid. The website for Brindley's law firm says, "Results matter, aggressive criminal defense." The two criminal lawyers sat next to Henyard the entire meeting and even went into the board's closed executive session. Henyard is at the center of an ongoing FBI corruption investigation.
I didn't know them. A lot of my board members, they didn't know them either. We didn't know who they were.
Dolton trustee Brittany Norwood told us today she's concerned taxpayers may wind up footing Henyard's criminal defense.
Our biggest fear is that she's going to use them for her criminal defense attorney and that the village is going to pay for it.
Is that appropriate?
Not at all.
In a statement, criminal defense attorney Brindley tells Fox 32, Mayor Henyard retained me to evaluate the board's conduct and identify violations of municipal law, and to advocate on her behalf and on behalf of her constituents in exposing and preventing usurpations of power and violations of municipal law and statutes by the board. I have not been retained in the capacity of criminal defense with respect to my appearance with her at the board meeting.
If you're going to hire someone, you bring it to the board so the board can approve it.
Municipal Attorney Bert Odelson, who represents the four trustees doing battle with Henyard, says he's never seen anything like this before.
Why are you having a federal criminal lawyer sit next to you at a village board meeting? I mean, all I can say is, really? Even in Chicago? Really?
Now, in a follow-up phone call with Brindley this afternoon, he told me he is not getting paid by the village of Dolton, and he clarified his status. He said he's not working as a criminal defense attorney for Henyard right now, but that could change if she is at some point charged or indicted.
Before we get into the details of attorney Beau Brindley, take take a second to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get into it. During my research of Beau Brindley, according to Chicago Sun-Times, in 2015, Attorney Brindley was on trial himself for perjury and obstruction of justice and was accused of coaching witnesses to lie under oath, as well as offering false information to the courts and the U.S. Attorney Office. But he was later acquitted due to the lack of evidence. He is also said to have represented R. Kelly's business manager, Daryl McDavid, in R. Kelly's sex abuse trial of underage girls, who was also acquitted of all charges in September of 2022. So it looks like he has a decent record of winning cases, including his own. I also researched the reviews of his attorney's office on Google, and he is rated a 2.1. One client wrote, "Beau Brindley is a pure scam, and what they have been doing to the people of Chicago, and mostly majority, is unethical, and his law licenses should and will be banned." If you would like to read the full review, pause the video and take a look at it. Another review states, "Worst attorney ever. He took thousands of dollars, didn't show up to court, lies, and does not file anything. Honestly, don't understand how he's still an attorney." So why would Tiffany be hiring a federal criminal defense attorney and his assistant to sit in on a Dolton board meeting to investigate the trustees? The reality is, Tiffany allegedly hired them to represent herself and her alleged corruption in the village of Dolton and Thornton Township, because since her right-hand man, Keith Friedman, who knew all of her business, and a few others has allegedly flipped on her, it's only a matter of time when the FBI will come knocking at her door.
Everybody that been here, like I've been, you know where the village was, and you know where it's at currently. And you know for a fact that we didn't have everything on Sibley possible, from Ponderosa to Red Lobster to White Hen Pantry. Everything was in our city, is why a majority of us moved to this community. But to see it just constantly be attacked because people can't have their way, people can't tell you what to do, it's saddening. It really is.
Let me know your thoughts on this story in the comment section below. And before you leave, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, Crime Mob, stay safe out there and always watch your surroundings. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.